The United States is in its fourth bankruptcy. The first bankruptcy, 1791. The first official bankruptcy of the United States was declared in 1791, coinciding with the ratification of the Bill of Rights on December 15. This marked a significant restructuring period in U.S. history. During each bankruptcy, a war occurs, and a new monetary system is introduced, rendering the previous currency worthless under the corporate restructuring. With the founding of the new nation, the government proposed multiple monetary systems. Congress approved the first U.S. dollar on August 8, 1786, and later, with the Coinage Act of 1792, the dollar was formally established as the standard unit of currency, still backed by gold at the time. The second bankruptcy, 1861. 70 years later, in 1861, the United States once again declared bankruptcy. By law, a restructuring must be settled or renewed every 70 years. This bankruptcy coincided with the Civil War, often referred to by some as the War of Northern Aggression. The war provided an opportunity for a corporate restructuring of America. Landowners in the South lost property to carpetbaggers and bank-controlled acquisitions. President Abraham Lincoln's assassination followed his attempt to dismantle the central banking system and introduce greenbacks, government-issued, debt-free money. In 1863, during the war, the National Banking Act was passed, effectively eliminating state currencies and imposing the federal dollar as the sole currency of the United States. Though still backed by gold and silver, this act centralized control under corporate interests. The third bankruptcy, 1931. The third bankruptcy was declared in 1931, following the Industrial Revolution, when jobs, lawful immigration, and opportunity were abundant. The money supply was still based on real gold and silver at this time. However, anticipating the impending bankruptcy, the government and banking elite took strategic steps to maintain control. Stock market crash of 1929 was deliberately engineered, leading to the Great Depression. Wealth was transferred as land and property were repossessed for pennies on the dollar. House Joint Resolution 192, 1933, outlawed gold and silver as legal tender, replacing it with the Federal Reserve note. The dollar became fiat currency, backed only by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. Gold confiscation laws forced Americans to surrender their gold to the government. World War II artificially revitalized the economy, as wars have historically served as economic stimulants following national bankruptcies. The fourth bankruptcy, 2001. 70 years later, in 2001, the U.S. faced its fourth bankruptcy. Leading up to this, America was enjoying a period of prosperity, abundant goods, and global stability. However, as in previous bankruptcies, war and financial crises were strategically utilized to facilitate another restructuring. A critical historical coincidence. The anniversary of the third bankruptcy, September 10, 1931, was one day before September 11, 2001. The 9/11 attacks triggered wars, financial bailouts, and government expansions. The real estate market collapse, economic crashes, and wealth transfers echoed previous bankruptcy cycles. The CAFRA, Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, system, a major tool in government-controlled investments, played a crucial role in consolidating corporate government power. The dollar is now collapsing, and a new U.S. or global currency is expected to emerge on schedule. The U.S. history that isn't in textbooks. This pattern of bankruptcy cycles, economic crises, and war-driven restructurings is a hidden reality of U.S. history that is largely omitted from mainstream education. The evidence suggests a systematic, deliberate orchestration of economic collapses to transfer wealth and reset financial structures, perpetuating a cycle of control and dependency.